So, Michelle Schrader, is that how you pronounce your name?
It is, and I also go by LaMasa-Schrader.
Okay,
So,
Michelle LaMasa-Schrader. Okay.
hmm
So, those of you who are joining us for this brief interview, my name is Mark Dunwhy. I'm here at the Kitchen Table Counseling and Life Coaching Services. And probably 4 years ago, I got introduced to Dr. Gilbert, who introduced me to Recall Healing. And I really wasn't looking for anything in this department as far as like helping people. And I just believe that it's God's path for me to be a part of a growing understanding and the growing I would say pioneers in really adopting a holistic approach to wellness. Here in the South, we're very conservative, and that's great for families of faith. Um, at the same time, tends to put up some roadblocks to how progressive we might approach healing from the spirit, mind, body connection. So, we've kind of been out on a limb in a way, and it's nice to just see things like people like Michelle, who I'm going to introduce to you, really also pushing the envelope and also being able to appeal to people of faith. People of faith tend to be guarded against things that might conflict with maybe Scripture or God or their own personal view of God. So recall healing is a wonderful blend of, I would call, just a spiritual pursuit of wholeness, but also incorporates a very scientific-based approach. And so I'm going to introduce you to Michelle, who I'm really just getting to know now, but who is now really over the U.S. and bringing recall healing to the U.S. and also as part of Dr. Jobert's efforts to reach really the globe from his perspective, what he's learned over the course of his time helping people. So, Michelle.
hi, I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me and to be able to be with you and to bring this information to more people. And I really believe that this is God's work. And I was doing a workshop just last weekend, and all of the people on the workshop were believers from the South, and so they really loved it because it never goes against Scripture. It's actually Scripture based. We don't talk about it a lot, but it is based in Scripture, the principles of what we do, and we use the biology, and so it's really nice because it doesn't go against any kind of church teaching. And if anything, it just advocates for more healing, particularly within the family. And so that's why I love it so much.
Hmm. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself. I know you have a PhD in mind-body medicine. I know that you have a master's in religious studies and psychology. You've been trained in things like neurolinguistic programming, and so you've been doing a lot of different things. If you could just kind of give the people listening a little bit about just some of your background that God has prepared you to be able to help people. Maybe a little bit more about yourself there.
Sure. So, I am a mom first. I've been a mom for 30 years. And so that gives you a lot of grounds for beyond education, or I should say official education.
Right.
The children have been my, my, my playground, if you will, to look at things that need to be looked at. And so all in my journey, I always thought that I was going to get a PhD, but I didn't get great grades in high school, and I wasn't sure what this whole thing was about. And so fortunately, I had a God-given talent in softball, and so it led me to Azusa Pacific University, a Christian university, that I played softball and started my college career. So I always look back at my history and think it's so interesting. And I really believe that God writes straight with crooked lines, that I wasn't intending to get a master's in psychology, but I was teaching at a Christian school, and I needed that basis, and it also helped in raising my kids and to be able to provide for them. And so it's been this really interesting journey. And then I always wanted to get a degree in psychology. I thought that psychology was the way to go. And so when I set out to do the master's in psychology, quickly discovered that so much was about theory, and it was great theory, but it doesn't put it into practice. So
Right.
it never connects the head to the heart.
Right.
And so towards the end of my master's degree, I found recall healing because my aunt was dying of a breast cancer, and
Mm-hmm.
my cousin's husband was a DO, and he found German New Medicine, which is the science behind what we do, and then he found Gilbert, and so Dr. Renaud, and so he invited my cousin and his friend, two DOs, to come and learn about recall healing.
Okay.
And so then from then my cousin invited him to San Diego, and it's really, the rest is history. As soon as I sat in that class, I knew, oh my gosh, this is totally what I want to do with my life, because I had always heard about stress. Stress causes this, stress causes that, but it's very stress specific. And so when you can see those things sort of unfold, and so then I really wanted to get some some education to support the recall healing, because the way I look at it is that recall healing, it's like an avocado, where the seed of the avocado is recall healing. It's our foundation. Whatever someone has in the body, we look at that, we pay attention to it, and then we begin to ask the questions. And then when things come to the surface, then in my PhD at Saybrook University, where I learned imagery and health and wellness and mind body skills, I certified with the Center for Mind Body Medicine, that had all evidence-based practices to support a person through their healing journey. So that, with the eating and the mindfulness and meditation, spirituality, and movement, and all of these things to support a person through their journey, plus what I had learned in recall healing, that is really who I am and what the work that I do is all about. So I know it's sort of long-winded. Sorry about that.
It was great. It was great. I didn't know a lot of what you just talked about. For our audience, the people that follow us, it's comforting to know they can trust, who they're putting their life in the hands of. So just having that Christian foundation from, apart from other potential, foundations, I think it also supports truth, right? We're all, at least for me, I'm looking for what's true. And I want to be careful about what I accept into my life that's, that may or may not be true. So
Absolutely.
that it's really reassuring just to hear some of that background, in particular your foundation of faith.
Awesome.
So we're having Michelle come to Lafayette, Louisiana, March the 1st through the 3rd, and she's going to be featuring a particular segment of recall healing called the Toolbox. Some of our followers have come to recall healing 1, 2, and 3. We've had others like that, but this time, Melissa, my wife, and I feel like we finally have kind of a bow at the end of a journey of discovering all about the components of recall with the Toolbox. And so talk a little bit about what the Toolbox is about, if you don't mind.
Sure. So the Toolbox really is putting it all together. It breaks down what we do. So when we do a particular workshop like the level 1, 2, and 3, it's the foundation. And so we're teaching the principles. Well, now we're going to apply those principles in different segments of, working together, looking at the project purpose, looking at the cycle of autonomy, looking at some of the secret beliefs that we have. And so we break those strategies down to sort of uncover, bring into our awareness more that can be repaired, and providing tools to walk through that. And so it's really neat because in the Toolbox workshop, it's really an experiential workshop where it's hands-on and they're getting to practice it. And then I coach and go around and mentor during that time and do some teaching about it so that everybody has a deeper understanding about it. And so it's really doing some real personal work. And we never push people, but we always encourage. And so the more you put in, the more you're going to get out.
So is there any difference between the live therapy workshop and the toolbox? Because we've also done the live therapy workshop with Gilbert.
Right. So the live therapy workshop is usually just working with one-on-one. But in this particular workshop, we do some one-on-one for sure, but we also do some group work. And and the things that we're covering are different. There'll be some more skills. We break down and do some like journey work, creating a campfire. We look at the personal beliefs, which is, you don't do that in the life therapy workshop. In the life therapy workshop, we take everybody's name, we put them in the hat, we pick them, and then we do their timeline, and we do some great work.
Yeah.
And that is part of the toolbox for sure, and we'll do that. But it's more. So every person is actually doing a little more intensive work.
Awesome. So we're going to be having Michelle come here on March the 1st through the 3rd. And it's really important, if any of you are interested in finding out more about what's going on in your family from a health perspective, physical health perspective especially, it's an opportunity. We will only be offering the toolbox probably once in the next few years. And if we have Michelle back, it will be on some other topic. We'd like to have you back to cover maybe weight loss or weight issues, related issues, and also other things. There's lots of different seminars that we'd love to have you come and teach here in Acadiana. Some of what you found out that helps people in some areas that, the modern medicine is still, catching up, I think, to being more comprehensive, more integrative. And so, from March 1st and through the 3rd, the Thursday night will be an overview. So anybody who's not been at all exposed to just understanding the spirit, mind, body connection, it's a great opportunity to come out. It'll be about a 3-hour teaching on really the fundamentals of recall healing, the fundamentals of what science is teaching us, what biology is teaching us about the mind and the body, and how we get ill and what we can do to heal. And so, but then the Friday and the Saturday, we'll get right into intensive work. Those of you who are really hungry for more health in your life, health in your family, and we'll have that opportunity for Michelle to be here with us. And so make sure that you check your calendar and take advantage of this opportunity so that it can complement anything else that you're doing to support your physical health and your family. So thank you, Michelle, for your time. We're excited to have you. I hope your appetite is ready for a little bit of Cajun food.
I'm excited. I've been to Louisiana once, but only to New Orleans. So It will be fun to be with you. And yes, I'm very excited, and excited also to teach the other workshops, the weight workshop, especially because it helped me significantly. That's the biggest thing for me personally is that I've eliminated 100 pounds in doing this work. So
I knew that, but didn't know, I wasn't going to ask you.
Yes, so it's quite something, and I'll share my picture when we get together and tell the class, because it's just transformational. And my grandson has a brain tumor, and recall healing really has helped in that way as well. 2 years ago, really took his tumor from malignant to benign. We saw the scientific process happen. And so now there's a little bit of a regrowth because he had more conflict. Yes. So it's so amazing. So I'm excited to be with you, share stories and help other people. And however, it's just fun to be able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Fun and healing.
Absolutely.
We can't wait. We just can't wait. So thank you again. Be sure to check out our website, the Kitchen Table Counseling. .com to find out more about what we're doing here in Acadiana and abroad, and check our schedule, check your schedule, make sure you make every effort to be there for this amazing opportunity to find out what more you can do to empower your own health and your family's health, and we do it all in the name of God. So we all look forward to having as many people possible showing up. It'll be held at All Cities Church here in Lafayette on Fortune Road. graciously, the church is supporting us and going to provide sponsorship for the space. And so we look forward to having you there. And again, check out our website to find out more about times and locations for this amazing workshop. Thank you.